that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the move like the radiate, radiate, radiate. Gravitate, gravitate, gravitate. Innovate, innovate, innovate. Move like the empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Bill is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Oh, holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Hoy will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control from the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin does pretty good to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, see one. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here. 7 points left. Taking out another one. One more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.
Hello, folks. Welcome. K7 Season 3, Week 9, Game 61. I'm McCormiel. Alongside myself is Trevor. And Trevor, we've got a bit of an unorthodox game for Season 3 thus far. We've got the free agents roster going up against Monolithic Gaming, but Monolithic Gaming has a lot on the line here, and it means playoff implication as well.
Yeah, and you got to think to be an established team trying to get into playoffs, playing a whole team of free agents. It's not a good look if you lose. You're wanting to bring your team to the playoffs, and
Mhm.
I mean, this is the night to do it. I mean, this is a big match. You got to get the dub, and I mean, free agents doesn't mean that they're always stick together. They're not a full
True.
team. You're a team. You got to come out hot. You got to do it. Just got to get it done.
You gotta get her done, baby. Well, that's what they're going to be trying to do here tonight. And it starts out with, I mean, I guess getting into this first series, how these teams stack up against one another. And it's a bit weird because we don't really have overall statistics for this side of the free agents. They are taking over from a roster. So it's not just like, hey, we're throwing a bunch of players in here to play against them. No, it's basically they're taking over another roster spot that isn't able to make the playoffs, but are basically making their K7 debut here tonight. However, though, I will say, like, when you look at these two teams, you can't compare them because A, they haven't played each other before, and B, we've never seen 4 of these players on the side of the free agents roster. So sure, Monolithic, you've got S&D, you've got Control under your belt as your best 2 game modes, and that's been solidified, especially in Control. However, when you look at Hardpoint, something that the side of the free agents might just have a little bit better of chemistry, and they could take that as well.
Yeah, I mean, and when you're a team that's not really put together, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit easier to play those respawns. You know, you got a couple guys that get hot and they just kind of keep going with it. I mean, there's basic strats. Everyone knows the rotation.
True.
Everyone knows the power position. So that's a lot easier to kind of get together. Than maybe a search and destroy. But at the same time, what you got to do is have one guy pop off and boom goes the dynamite. You got yourself a search and destroy map. But I guess we can go ahead and take a look at the Monolithic roster so we can see exactly who these guys are that are fighting for their playoff position. That is a purple color there. But on the side of Monolithic, we have Frags, Evil, Nonsense, and Bobo. So these guys they're fighting for something, man. They want to make these playoffs. They want to be able to have a horse in the race. If not, I mean, you're not even there.
And that's the big thing, right? It's making that final push to playoffs. You lose your match last week, go from 4-2 to 4-3. You were in that 4-way tie with other teams up in the top 2, essentially. And now you find yourself at the 3rd or potentially even 4th position. You've got the side of Knights Templar who are looking very, very good. You've also got a lot of other teams that might be a little further down the ladder that are looking to make that last push to the playoffs. And for the set of free agents, again, you can't really go ahead and make the playoffs with a 1-6 record. However, we can go ahead and take a look at the roster. And for the side of the K7 Blue free agents, it's going to be Mist, Easy, Furmain, and 1. And once again, I played 8s the other day with 1 specifically. That's really the only reason I know the potential this player has inside of Respawn specifically. But look for 1 to be one of those players to kind of take that role of being able to slay out and find his teammates a lot of entry frags and more importantly, a lot of hill time in that regard as well. So that's basically what we're going to have for our rosters tonight. Let's take a look at our map set as well, presented by GitGudHosts. Map number 1, we go to Raid. For map number 2, it's Miami, then Checkmate for map number 3. Moscow and Express end us out. We've got a full slate of different maps throughout the entirety of this best of 5 series. Something you don't get all that often, but I'm excited. And I'll start with the Raid Hardpoint. Trevor, as we look for both of these two teams, I know I said beforehand that the side of Monolithic has the better, I guess, overall hardpoint record compared to what we would have seen if this free agents roster hadn't taken over the place of the Wave Runners. But now talking about it, 4-7 on hardpoint overall. S&D, or rather hardpoint on Raid, has been their best statistical map overall for hardpoint. But can they get it done here? Map number 1, it's going to be very up in the air.
Well, it looks that both teams are actually new rosters. We're just getting this information right now, so what are stats? I don't know what they are. These teams don't know what they are either. But wow, this is going to be heckin' crazy, man. 2 new rosters trying to prove a point in the K7. I mean, this is the brand new Monolithic roster. You want to prove, you want to come out and prove that you deserve to be in the playoffs. Like, I mean, you're here. You're maybe not making your K7 debut if they've played here before, but they're here for Monolithic. So it'll be cool for them if they're able to get this dub and go on to playoffs with this new roster. That'd be kind of a cool thing. Maybe they get picked up for the next season because they took them to playoffs and made a run. So that's something that they're playing for. And then the free agents, they're playing to have a good showing. They're free agents. That means that they're looking for a team. Free agents come out, have good chemistry. I mean, you might have yourself a team for the K7 League. So maybe not only playing for playoffs. There's some other things that could happen here. But I'm really excited to get into it. I think Raid will be a good map for these teams to show off. I mean, classic map, probably one of the best in all of Call of Duty. So what a better way to kind of get this going.
I will say, Trevor, the one thing that the set of Monolithic needs to look for is obviously getting that win. But folks, I want to tell you at home about what our kind of schedule is going to be over the next few weeks here at K7. This is week number 9. Next week, obviously, will be week number 10, but that will be the end of our regular season. Then we start to talk about playoffs. Everybody's favorite time of the year, no matter what, is playoffs, and that's going to be from May 3rd to 6th. That's essentially going to be where we start out our beginning of our bracket. And then for Champs Week, that's going to be May 10th through the 13th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are all 4 days, and then Thursday will be that grand final to see who's going to be taking home that glory and, more importantly, that prize pool for the side of K7 Season 3. But we'll take a look at the leaderboards right now. We'll see exactly where Monolithic stacks up against the competition and how they're going to be able to need to make playoffs. So as I said before, Knights Templar, they are a team that has caught fire, winning their last 3 games in a row at 3-4 after starting the season 0-4. They've brought that map count not only back, but have beat teams like Rated White, for example. They beat teams like Rated Gold. I mean, they're continuing to climb that ladder all the way up towards the top to make it into playoffs. They're that bubble team right now, as you can see at the bottom. Wave Runners and Team Hustle, those 2 teams are out of contention no longer, since there's only 2 weeks left of play left. They're not going to be able to make playoffs, and unfortunately, they're going to be relegated out. But Knights Templar, bubble team, looking to go ahead and find themselves into the playoffs where that Monolithic roster sits in the wild card spot. Monolithic, if they drop this game tonight, they'll go down to 4-4. If Knights Templar are able to win, they'll go to 4-4 as well. And they have the tiebreaker, so if they do get that tie, they're getting into playoffs. So Monolithic, huge game here tonight. That's the most important thing that we got to talk about throughout the entirety of this series, is that even though this is a new roster for both of these 2 teams, they've got to know how much weight is on their backs and how much pressure is on themselves.
Yeah, we can take a look at the schedule just so we can see what all matchups are coming, so we can kind of see how this shakes out. So we do get to see Knights Templar. This is a team that if you're Monolithic, you're gonna want to lose, honestly. They're gonna be up against that Team Hustle slot. So Monolithic really does need to secure this win to move up the ladder just a little bit more to kind of edge Knights Templar out. But I mean, later tonight, Corn, that's gonna be me and you again for the Heartbreakers and finale. So that'll be a good one. Great way to round out the night after this first exciting matchup. But wow, the clashes of the Rated, man. We have that tomorrow as well. Rated White versus Rated Gold. I don't know who's casting it, but you better like your colors.
Absolutely. And I believe that's going to be Shifty. And I can actually check real quick. It's going to be for your beautiful faces for week number 9's matchup tomorrow. That is going to be Brett and Shifty. So that is going to be a fun one. But my attention and focus is shifted towards that 10 p.m. game on Thursday, not because of anything out of the ordinary, but because of Team Hustle's record overall and what Knights Templar have riding momentum-wise into the playoffs. Look, Team Hustle, they haven't won a game inside of Season 3, nor have they won a map inside of Season 3. For the side of Knights Templar, that game could get them into playoffs. So, we saw last week, it was great. The top team played the bottom team, Team Hustle, and, it was an all-out melee assault. If you guys saw that here on the stream, it was hilarious. If you guys saw the clips on Twitter, it was hilarious. No matter where you were, that was one of the most fun matchups I was able to be a part of, but more importantly, some of the most entertaining match that we've seen, because, when you see a top team and a bottom team, you're like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. This is just, why would I want to watch it? But no, it was entertaining all the way through. But for Knights Templar, it's not going to be that case. They're going to want to put the hurt down on Team Hustle. They're going to want to win that as swiftly as possible, give them the utmost momentum, and potentially being able to upset Monolithic by getting into the playoffs over them. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I believe we're going to be getting into map number 1 here in just a few moments. Raid Hardpoint up on the docket. My name is McCormiel. Alongside myself is Trevor. We got Kyle down on the desk here for production. He's doing a great job as always. And what you see in the observing, all the transitions and whatnot, that's all thanks to him. And that's one of the most important parts. Observing is the most important part of Call of Duty. I've said it time and time again. Being able to capture all the moments around the map, that gives us stuff to talk about, but more importantly, showcases everything that's happening on the map to you guys at home. And then, of course, just being able to do all the production side, getting our cams on screen, audio, transitions, all that kind of stuff. It's a difficult job. Very, very difficult. We just get to sit here and we get to talk over the gameplay for you guys while everything is being done in the background for us. So, again, production, most important part of production. So, is what it is. But Trevor, as we get ready for map number 1 here, I mean, I feel like there's something in the air. I feel like there's going to be bad blood eventually somewhere in the series. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know, but I can feel it coming in the air tonight. But Such a good do do do
That's a
do do.
great.
It's so good, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was gonna go for it, but I mean, we're right
hell,
here into the game. So yeah, I'm down if you're down. We just sing over the whole thing. This is actually a musical now, guys. Sorry, the K7 League is no longer a Call of Duty League. It is a musical production. But we are gonna have Monolithic versus the free agents here as we're gonna head toward this very first till. Fat Bobo with the fat shots there, able to. He didn't pick it up, but he did get the assist. He's gonna see that kill on his screen at least. I mean, right into the point for Monolithic. They're coming out here ready to prove a point. I mean, brand new roster, brand new team, and you're in the hard point. Let's go.
I mean, Trevor, we've been teasing K7 karaoke for months now, and it's only a matter of time until it comes into fruition. But same thing with the push. It's out of Monolithic Gaming. They've got the south side of the map held down. You can see the K7 free agents. They've got him already rotated over towards Kitchen, but player number 1 and 1. It's an interesting play here because you do know that they're going to spawn down over by the ramp if you're up in art. I like that he wrapped back to the middle map with about 20 seconds left to go ahead and finally solidify those spawns, but Frags World has a huge one-on-one in towards the back, finds the shots, not there, back around the left side, needs to go ahead and find the kill, and well, the free agents, they rotated, they got themselves the spawns with about 30 seconds left. Unfortunately, though, that complete push just falls into the abyss, as now Monolithic Gaming not only has the rotations, but they're going to be able to get the time here most likely.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be instant pressure here. Sure, free agents are in the point for now, but look at these players. They're setting it up. The pinch did not work out as the players that get killed mid-map, but Frags World comes in, picks up one, unable to pick up the second. Fat Bobo is there for the trade. Big one-on-one for Miss there as he's able to get it, but right now the spawns come back up. Monolithic has the break with about 40 seconds left in the hard point. That's a very quick break for all of you Call of Duty fans out there. Now, Evil is just going to lay down the shots as the free agents try to come through mid-map. That was a very, very, very quick break for Monolithic, and I mean, the scoreboard really tells it all.
Fairmain, one last potential push here through the front door. There's one player there, and any kill that the side of the free agents K7 players get here will actually spawn them across the map, but same thing can be said for the side of Monolithic. Now we see 7 and 6 spawn across the map because 2 of the players pushing up for the side of Monolithic. That's going to be Nonsense and Frags World. Got those 2 kills, so now that's going to create a 2 versus 2 scenario, and with the rest of the Monolithic players pushing up the map, they're going to have a much easier time breaking through the front door in towards Money Window. 1 basically just unfortunately secures the spawns, and no scrap time for a team across the map. Bobo inside of the point, Fairmain there with the Krig. They've got power position set up. They've got to break on into the point, though, and it's going to come through a bit of baiting and switching. 1 sitting around the corner, Nonsense there, looking for a potential play here. Evil going to get spotted out. 1 finds the shots, looks back towards Zig, nothing there. 2 players left for Monolithic. Free agents of K7, they've got ahead and held this point down, got themselves a lot of time, and with about 30 seconds left, they could go ahead and basically get a full 60 and bring themselves right back into it.
Yeah, with that kill right there, they almost all but secured it. Number 1, Frags World. He's going to maybe apply some pressure, but that might just be on the rotations to try to set his teammate up. But you see 1 there. This man has been all over the map. He's doing it all, really. I mean, 5 and 6, but I mean, KD doesn't say it all. This man's been everywhere, securing spawns, doing everything for his team. And now look, he's right here with his pressure, trying to cut these people off. As they try to get here. I mean, able to pick up 1, reloading. I don't know if he can pick up the second. That is unfortunate. Didn't have all the bullets in his gun there for a second, so he couldn't do the immediate push there. So, I mean, instant pressure from both teams. Monolithic is going to be set up first, but we got Fairmain right there. Nonsense in the back. Probably going to... Oh, no. Fairmain absolutely turns on that, man. That's pretty pretty good timing for Fairmain. Not so good timing for the other guy. But meanwhile, Monolithic is still in the point. They just surpassed the 100-point mark. Miss looking to do something in the back as he does pick up 1 kill, and it's going to apply pressure here to basketball.
Krig pushing in, immediately looks to the left. Teammates there, though, from the front to create this pinch play. Second shots come through, but somehow Evil's able to win both of those kills. Nonsense follows through with a third, and it's going to be easy left and a basically 1 versus 3 push back over to the point. But Monolithic, after losing a full 60 to the K7 free agents on P3, come back at basketball court and get themselves a nice full rack of time. Fat Bobo out the window looking for shots onto the player in Tiki, got called out by a teammate. Another one there, missed finds the trade, and well, free agents, they've got themselves set up in P5, but they're down by about 70, almost 80 points here in this hard point. It's a tough hole to climb out of. More importantly, though, for the side of Monolithic Gaming, you're loving how you're starting out here, especially in the statistical worst game mode.
Okay, but like Evil's low-key frying. 12 and 4 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds in the hard point. This man is doing it all. Not only is he killing everybody, but he is racking and stacking the time for his team. Trying to get this player here as another one does pop up. Fairmain there, able to put the pressure. Evil on a 4 streak right now. He could think about streaks, but he does get cut down. 12 and 5 is a great stat line. I mean, Fat Bobo right there at 11 and 5. These guys are doing it all. They're going to hit 150 as they, instantly broke any kind of hold that free agents were set up for there. Monolithic's looking really good tonight.
160, 25 seconds left in the point. They'll continue to push on through. Mist is over towards ring, so once again, the free agents, they've got themselves set up at a point. It's only a matter of time, though, until Monolithic break back. The only one they've been able to hold down thus far is point number 3, and as the free agents, once again, are just really not able to find any footing. Only one player from the side of them is positive, 11-7 for Mist there, 3 in a row now, and I mean, that's just a recent turnaround of kills as well. So, overall, Slang, obviously in the hands of Monolithic. Evil, Fat Bobo, the ones carrying the torch right now. 5 in a row for Fat Bobo. Looks for a couple more as Easy's on 2. If we can hop on board with Fat Bobo here, who's on 5 at 13-5. Over towards the kitchen, now looking to make this play work, but more importantly, holding down those P2 spawns and making sure nobody from the side of the free agents can get through the kitchen. 2 more will find him streaks, and that will be more utilities in the back pocket. There's number 6. 1 more will be 7. That'll be the artillery barrage. 8 will be the cruise missile to follow.
Yeah, free agents trying to break back right now with this hill, but with the way that Fat Bobo is playing with those streaks, they might just end up with a broke back. Fermain able to pick up the kill there, as they are able to maintain the hill. They're not quite to the 100-point mark yet, so they're down by about 100 points in this hard point. And Monolithic is just absolutely set up for this next hill. They said, you can have the scrap time. We don't really need it. Let's just see if we can get this hold. If you remember last time on this hill, they broke it about 20 seconds into the hard point and were able to hold it the rest of the time. So with the setup here, I mean, I'd be scared if I'm the free agents, because Monolithic held it for a solid 40 seconds with multiple pushes.
Missed shots to water steps will find the kill. Trades it out 3 versus 3. Push towards the front 1 with the MP5. Great gun up close. At range, it becomes an absolute pea shooter. 45 seconds left, and it's the side of Monolithic Gaming still holding strong. However, the contest will come in nonsense. The last one alive finds 1, finds 2, somehow stays alive. And Fat Bobo is there to find the 3rd. All 4 down for the free agents. And although Monolithic can't win off of this hard point, that begs the question, how long is it going to take for them to break over towards P3 if the side of the free agents can't hold on to the full 60 like they did beforehand? They're still getting kills over towards P2 and Kitchen. They've got to just focus their setup over towards P3, though, and, I mean, realistically, is it over? Yes. Is it going to have any sort of competition for the rest of the way? Probably not. Can you string hills together on Raid? Sure, but this one's done.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, 30 seconds to win now? There's not, I mean, you can make the stats look a little bit better if you are the free agents. With another full 60, it kind of wouldn't look as bad, but I mean, you're already going to have the pressure. We see the 3-man push coming through. That's going to be big for Monolithic. I mean, yeah, they can try to win it here. They can come, get the break. If not, there's no issue with holding back, killing him on the rotation, and then just holding down the time for next. We saw him do it last time with some crazy kills from Evil. But with it, I mean, they're looking into here as they kind of push through. Only 1 player left in the hill, number 8, all up to Easy. Does not get it done. So there's plenty of time left for Monolithic Gaming to win. This is a good hill to hold. Very possible to do so. Mist going to try to do something for his team. Free agents are going to try to break in. Only about 20, exactly the right amount of time here to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a contest to stop the win from going on. But
I would.
Monolithic, yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're across the map.
Kind of close, and then they all died. So I mean, nonsense on a 5 killing spree right there. That's just kind of the dagger as Monolithic are. That was so pretty. We saw the hill time tick to 0 as the game ended. You don't get to see that a lot, folks. Let's just enjoy the moment. I mean, Fat Bobo just absolutely rocking heads here. He's gonna hop out with that Krig, just absolutely transferring that spray. He's gonna get even more off their spawn, man. That's just not a good look.
Well, there's folks, map number 1, 250 to about 138, the final score there. And, well, Monolithic Gaming, they hold true, at least being the better team overall in terms of record here in the season. Although these teams are relatively new rosters, and specifically the free agent one is a brand new roster for the side of Monolithic Gaming, that's a huge step in the right direction. Because again, we said and we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, if you were not here, that the side of Monolithic Gaming basically has to win this to keep themselves in playoff contention here through one more week of play. And for the side of free agents, they have nothing to lose. They are just coming on and being able to showcase their talent for a potential roster to pick them up going into the next season of K7, or at least playing through the relegation and qualifiers. With that being said, though, Monolithic Gaming up 1-0 in the series, going to their statistical best game mode in Search and Destroy. This is going to favor them a bit more. Miami S&D compared to a fast-paced Hardpoint. We already see how the side of Monolithic is able to play together, and all you really need to pay attention to on a map like Hardpoint, or on a game mode like Hardpoint, is essentially where you are being able to sprint directly towards a point with your team and be able to break. And that just shows chemistry. If you can break a team with relative ease, or just basically breaking their entire team down, you're going to be able to win. So that's just how it goes.
Yeah, and we saw Monolithic actually get a bunch of those breaks. I don't know if I saw one huge break from the free agents. I mean, sure, they had a lot of setups, and that's kind of where they got it. I mean, they had the full 60 off the initial rotation and the initial setup. But Monolithic, you remember, they had very successful breaks. They're at the very end and a couple times midway through the map there. So you see the team chemistry with Monolithic as they still are like the full team. The free agents, like you said, if you're them, let's hope that you got some S&D stars on this free agents roster to try to do something, because with how that Hardpoint played, it's kind of looking scary going to the next respawn for the Control.
I mean, here's your complex, right? You set up, you go into an S&D after winning map number 1. you've got the slaying power, you've got the chemistry, you've got the synergy. Now you look to the side of the free agents and say, okay, what do you have to show them in the S&D that you could not provide in that Hardpoint? Obviously, with a team that plays together is going to be able to slay together, and that's a Call of Duty tradition throughout time, and it's been tested and true throughout the entirety. But what I'm curious to see is, okay, in a game like S&D, can a team that's a bit more uncoordinated and hasn't played together for as long and just coming together as a free agent roster, are they going to be able to have that same potency and firepower of a Monolithic Gaming roster who has played together at least more so than the side of the free agents and have been able to practice a bit, be able to get that chemistry down in S&D and be able to carry that into other game modes? S&D is the most important game mode in any best of 5 series, no matter what. And that can't be really disputed. I mean, unless you want to say Hardpoint, sure, but S&D wins championships time and time again. That's all you have to do. Just win a damn S&D and you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I could not agree more with how that goes. But like you said, historically in Call of Duty, for the free agents at least, we've seen players just carry a team. If you have that one like S&D star, they pick up a 2-piece on one bomb site, it opens it all up for you. So maybe they have someone like that. Just kind of looking toward the bright side for them, but it's looking kind of grim after we saw that Hardpoint. Sure, it was like a 250 to 138, but they were given a lot of scrap time when Monolithic just decided to stop trying. Let's not break this last time. Let's just get set up for next. We did see that a couple times. So it is kind of scary for the free agents, but I mean, Monolithic, they're feeling good. They're trying to cruise right through Miami. I mean, Corn, you're a big Miami fan, right? You gotta love the map. It's on the hat, on the flag. It's in your blood, right?
I mean, just because you like Miami doesn't mean you have to like a map. And look, Miami's not a terrible map. It's better than a lot of maps, and I've said it from the beginning of the game. But look, Miami plays well to a certain extent, and I think it plays better in this meta than a lot of other metas that we've seen. It allows for opportunities to push over towards A. It allows for, your tried and true method of going over towards the B site over and over and over again and hammering home. You get your SMGs up and towards top piano, you're looking sitting pretty. You get your ARs over towards A on the offensive side, and magically nobody's sitting there on defense. Sure, you've got a free push over towards A. But what I'm going to be most kind of keen in on here is who's going to play the middle map game. Who's going to be aggressive in middle map? Where are those ARs going to be playing? Who's shutting down those huge influential mid-map rotation lanes to get either over towards A or wrap back over towards B? And that's where this game is going to be won. Obviously, it comes down to getting those first picks, but at the mid-level of the game, in mid-rounds, when teams are trying to make those rotations, if you are set up in middle map, or at least have a relatively spread out push to where you don't have 2-3 dead already off the rip, you're going to be able to win rounds because of you being set up in middle map and forcing the other team having to break through your setup and be able to get that positioning only through the way of getting maybe a long range gunfight with a Krieger sneaking up behind him with the 74U, and that's a big if.
Yeah. And I guess we can take it to a quick break. We're having some players they're not necessarily ready to get into the Miami with all the struggles and stuff with the map. So we will throw it to a quick break, and ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with the K7 League.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar, bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no.
Welcome back, folks, to K7 Season 3. My name is McCormiel, alongside myself is Trevor, and we are finally getting ready for our Search and Destroy on Miami. The biggest thing that we got to talk about here, though, once again, is that lackluster Map 1 performance from the set of the free agents. Can they turn it around in the S&D? Remains to be unseen yet. I do think that they have a bit more of a standout opportunity here to turn it around in a game mode, to where it does just kind of come down to being able to find those kills, and although being able to play as a team is huge in S&D, when you're playing a game such as this one with two teams who are relatively new rosters, it's going to allow you to play just a bit more willy-nilly and out all over the place. So, Trevor, with that being said, Monolithic Gaming on the left, free agents on the right, and it does look like we probably are going to have to end this one here, as we do see a player leg out. So,
Yeah. Fat Bobo, he just wasn't feeling the game, I guess. I mean, we talked about how Miami might not be the most preferred maps. We said, no, I'm out. Sorry, guys. But no, and like you kind of mentioned, those mid-map pushes are going to be, I want to see them, honestly. It's something that we're seeing more on Miami as the games kind of progress, that we didn't see it a lot. Even some long A pushes, like people just wait. They literally will get to a position and just stop. I like to see that. It makes it more dramatic. Time starts ticking. With a bigger map like this, it makes you commit to something a little bit later in the round, which those late round commits. I mean, I know that I have commitment issues, but you don't really have a spot for it on Miami. So yeah, it's cool to see teams have to make that commitment. And maybe I should put some notes.
I mean, maybe I don't know if I should laugh or if I should extend a warm arm out to you, or perhaps a shoulder to cry on, or maybe a tender kiss on the cheek or the forehead. I don't know. Damn, man. You're making everybody sad out here. Come
We just
on,
laugh
man.
through it, man. It's all good.
That's facts, so we do laugh
We
through
got
it.
the
Folks,
K.
like
We got the
stream.
K7 league to help me get through this. These
Look,
matches tonight,
there's only
right
one
here,
thing
free
that'll
agents
help
versus
Trevor
Monolithic.
through his unfortunate commitment issues, and that is if you like the stream. That's the only way he'll get through it. Not only does it help out K7, it also helps out the entirety of not just the reach that we give, but what you get as players. If you're a player in K7 League, like the stream. Every time you like that stream, it allows more and more people to see what K7 do, and in turn, that's more spotlight for you. What's better than more spotlight for the players?
Absolutely nothing. That's what it is, man.
So
to be under the lights, to be able to do it, that's what everyone wants to do. So just leave a like. It'll mean a lot.
It'll put a tender warmth in his heart. It'll melt that icy chill that is frozen over his tundra of where all his love comes from. But
I want to know what love is.
A tender kiss and a gentle island song. It'll melt his icy heart and make him be able to love again. Just like I love you, Kelso.
I love it. I think that we're actually going to be getting into the map here soon. Hopefully everybody gets into it. I'm excited to see the Miami. I mean, nice little stroll down Miami will help a lot too. So I'm excited to see what the players do. I'm gonna call an early A. We're gonna see A within the first 2 rounds. Someone's gonna take that long push over there, and if I'm wrong, nothing happens. And if I'm right, I get 10 bonus points. What those bonus points do, we'll decide later.
Can I be the decider of where those bonus points go?
Yes.
Oh, stay tuned, folks. But as we're here on Miami, finally getting into it, back into this best of 5 series, Monolithic Gaming, they've got a 1-0 lead over the side of the K7 free agents, and it is going to be an offensive push over towards B. Player number 5 and missed that long-range angle over towards A, and middle map is being controlled by the side of K7 right now. However, they do need to start making a bit of a rotation back over towards this B site, especially since the K7 free agents have also been able to spot out these players and say, all right, hey, there's guys here, come help us. Oh.
One is going to be close. He's going to be able to put this down. So the player, he's probably going to hear that player under him, but there are 2 more players kind of in that garage area by the cars. Evil, I think he may know that Mist is there. Mist does get the kill there. So Evil was kind of pre-aiming that little doorway, but Mist able to get the kill. It is going to be a 2v3 right now for the side of Monolithic. One trying to get the shots in. 2v2. Fat Bobo nonsense. One missed. It's all up to you to be the decider of this first round.
First blood comes through in this 2v2. Missed the last one alive in a 1 versus 2. We talked about how he was over towards A, holding that long-range angle with the Krig. Now some shots over towards that right side. Puts him in a 1 versus 1. Bomb is going to have to go down here. Mist needs to be wary that the bomb will go down. He's just going to play a back angle for the time being. We're now going to wrap around this corner. Going to look for a potential challenge over towards the right side. Find some shots there. Knows where the player is. Nonsense over the top. Wall bangs come through. Shots still there. Somehow none of these 2 fall. And as Nonsense escapes with his life, he's going to be able to push up just a bit further into Evermore he goes. Player number 5 and Mist could make a play over towards the bomb, but I think player number 3 is just going to wait for this hop up. Hops over the wall, spots out Mist in the garage, shots in the back. Somehow now he stays alive. Both players looking for a kill here. Mist is 1 shot, and somehow, some way, the 1 versus 1 goes to Bobo, and they take a round win.
Man, I thought we were
That
camping.
wasn't Bobo. I'm a dumbass.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, it's all, we don't know what sense is anymore with how that round played out, so it's only fitting that Nonsense is the one to pick it up. Both players should have died at least 7 times, but they were somehow able to make it out there. Big round for Monolithic as they're able to clutch it out. It did look kind of scary there for a second. Very unfortunate for Mist. Hey, he was able to pick up 2 kills. But now you got the bomb, and you gotta get this round back if you're the free agent. You can't go down 0-2 after a round like that. It is just not good for the heart. It is going to be looking to set up for B, but number 7 is going to 1. He's played those weird timings, that weird stuff right there, easy with the first blood. That is huge. I'm able to pick that up. Maybe he spotted another. But Evil's going to be right there for the bomb, kind of watching it for Monolithic in this 3v4. You got the first blood. You got to do something with it.
So beforehand, mid-map control, very, very crucial on Miami. Frags World able to find one over towards the building. So they now wrap back over towards B. So beforehand, it's got to be a good offensive round from the K7 free agents, and as they are pushing over, well, we got 1 player just sitting in the back. So basically a 2 versus 3 on the map right now. Good news, Monolithic Gaming doesn't have anybody pressed up the map at the time being, so as he's going to continue to make his play back over towards middle map, the 2 players from Monolithic will fall. 3 versus 2 for the K7 agents with 25 seconds left as the bomb goes down over towards B.
Okay, 1 finally picked this controller back up. He's going to be here, but Frags World may spot him out. Does turn around.
Oh,
okay,
no.
so we're going to get a chow here. What's going to happen? It's Frag World and Bobo, 2v3. Frag World is the last alive. Now able to pick up 1, but the player's going to be in. They know exactly where he is. That's the far for you guys. As he is able to beam him for me and almost catches those bullets there as he kind of shoulders that little doorway. All up the Frags World to clutch this 1v2.
Catching strays for main over towards the B site. Looking through the car window. It's a great little cheeky spot. And well, Frags World played this one maybe just a bit too slowly. With only 10 seconds left, got to find the defuse and the 2 kills to go along with it, unless he's able to make a play where somehow the free agents don't check the bomb. However, we'll tie it up at 1 apiece there as the free agents on offense go ahead and take a crucial one. Typically, you'll see the defensive side really take control of a Miami search and destroy, and you'll kind of trade back and forth. Offense does have an opportunity here and there to make plays and really start to get themselves into a round with maybe a first blood or 2, whether they're pushing over towards A or B. But so far, it's been the offensive sides who have been able to do justice to the map. With middle map control for the defensive sides not working out in tandem, maybe it's time to try and stack something else, give yourselves control over towards B, since that's really where each team has decided to go. Nobody opting to play over towards A, and it's unfortunate too, because A can be a very versatile bomb site. And you see it a lot at the top of the CDL, challengers and whatnot when this is being played out. Not seeing it here, though.
We may get to see it now. It's looking like we do have a little bit of a different push from Monolithic. They said everyone's been stacking B. Let's do something a little bit different. But you could
Pool
look
party.
at the free A. Yeah, 100%, man. Hop in the pool, take a dive off the diving board, and we're just chilling. But it does look like the free agents are going to be chilling more toward that B site, as we do have Mist who could spot something out here. This could be big. I don't know if you insta-challenge, maybe try to pick up one, but at least that's information for your teammates. So he is able to he's going to get some shots down. I'm going to see a bunch of those player and call for the rotate. They're playing close to the map, so they are already there. Quick rotate over from B for most of the free agents.
I love this. Trevor, do you see what's happening?
Ooh.
Monolithic Gaming are wrapping this back over towards B because they got all the free agents back over towards A, and they've done it in a way where they wrap all the way back through the spawn, so player number 7 has no idea that they're sneaking behind him, and somehow, some way, they've gotten themselves over towards B. They're going to have a free plant to work with, and although even Furmain gets 1, it's going to be about 20 seconds for all the players that are extended all the way over towards the A site to get back over towards B. Frags World's up on the bomb. They haven't made a play or rotation back over towards B yet, and this is what's going to have to happen now. Those 3 players that are over towards that back building by the A site are going to have to make this play together to rotate through middle map. However, they have no idea that player number 3 is in top balcony looking for that cross either, and I believe some shots are going to start going down. Nonsense finds a couple over the top, and now they know that they have a 2 versus 4 over towards the site if they want it. Around the corner, it's going to be Frags World who finds 1. Furmain on the trade. Easy's just going to go ahead and hop the bomb. Player number 2 up in towards top Piano's got to be careful here. If he peeks over left, he's got to find Furmain, but more importantly, he's got to check the bomb here. Shot's not going to be there. He doesn't shoot in time. The defuse comes through, and what was a great play for the side of Monolithic Gaming falls apart at the seams. The free agents make the plays, get it done, find themselves up for the first time in the series in the S&D.
I love the call there from Monolithic. Absolutely great. Got it for free, walked right behind 1. He didn't hear you. He had no clue. But then the cojones to just hop the bomb there and just hold it. I mean, sure, you had the numbers, but man, that's not... You love to see a player stick it early because no one really expects it. You try to find the kills, but there he just hopped it. He hopped it, stuck it, and then that's a round win. Free agents are up 2-1 on this Miami Surge and Destroy. I mean, look at Mist right now. He's 5-2. They are loving him right now as they're just going to keep on rolling through this map. It is going to be the free agents with the bomb, and they're over toward the B side right now. We got a 2v2 split for Monolithic in terms of the defensive setup. I'm looking for the first blood.
One player that had a great hardpoint showing was Evil for the side of Monolithic Gaming. Has yet to really make any sort of impact on the map thus far. Still a lot of time left in the S&D, though, to make plays. And, well, Miami, it's known for being a very long map in terms of not only rounds going back and forth between one another, but each individual round being extremely long. Nobody wants to lose those numbers inside of an early round situation. And well, Nonsense starts to push them in towards top Piano. The free agents will be the first to fall. And a 4 versus 3 situation is now going to be on the docket. 30 seconds left. Bomb in middle map have not made it over towards A or towards B. A 2-2 split for the defensive side of Monolithic is looking great. Gonna have to get this bomb down, though.
Yeah, number 3 there, Nonsense. Almost, he actually does end up getting to pick up, or wow, 2 players fall instantly as soon as I try to say something. There's just 1 left, and that is going to be 1. He is going to have the stop house game position. Trying to pick up Frags World there, but now everyone on the map is shooting at this guy. Nowhere near the bomb. That's going to be the round for Monolithic. One's just either going to drown here, or, okay, no.
He just went for a short swim.
Nice little swim. Had to cool down after that really hot and spicy round there from Monolithic. But no, Dude, I love the far. I love that I'm seeing that right now and able to hit those shots. The gun was nuts at the very beginning of the game, got nuked, and then I'm glad that we're getting to see it back just a little bit. In some, especially in a map like Miami, kind of a cool, almost elongated SMG there. If you're able to control it. It's actually the main AR. They're running 3.5 subs.
I will say this: I would love to see the FFAR maybe have its recoil toned down just a bit more, just to a point to where it can serve as that third gun inside of the meta, like we saw with the M4 and the QBZ beforehand, that eventually got GA'd out. But not make it better than the Krig at the main AR, but also make it into a place where we can have a 3-gun meta once again, like in Black Ops 3. Be that Maddox type weapon compared to the ICR or the SAW. As we see one over the top, find a kill there on the Frags world, traded out in the technical way over towards EZCW. As we now push back over towards the site, Bobo is there, spots out a couple, but he's just going to be playing a bit passive for the time being. It is a 1 versus 2 with a bomb down on the actual the actual site itself. But as he makes his wrap back around towards the right side, one's going to be laying down. Player number 6 will just be playing it evermore. I love that they're a bit split up here, looking different angles. However, this allows for at least a bit of an opportunity for a 1 versus 2 play to happen because of how far spread out they actually are.
Yeah, in a 1. Okay, never mind. Got fried. But what I was gonna say is, in a 1v2, what you want is 2 individual one-on-ones. It's a lot easier to win 2 one-on-ones than it is to win a 1v2. They were set up to give it to him, but he unfortunately did get fried as soon as he peeked out. Players knew the angles that they needed to watch, and they did watch them. So big round there. Free agents are up 3-2. Like you said, Miami's a long one. Guys, we are in for a ride here. As we're gonna try to get through this Miami. Free agents are gonna have the bomb in their pocket. Which way they go, I don't know. We've seen a bunch of B pushes from them so far. It looks like they might play a little more toward middle map here. Maybe try to pull out the jukes, kind of like Monolithic did.
Top piano control. Neither team right now, but Nonsense does have that peeker's advantage over towards the staircase if a couple players from the free agents do decide to make that push up towards the top. Krig's in middle, long-range gunfights. Nobody willing to peek out or give themselves up just yet in the round. And again, it just goes back to serve point as to what I was saying beforehand, as Miami is a very slow-paced S&D map where teams, once again, do not want to give any sort of leeway to their opponent or themselves. As now the round ticks on, 45 seconds left. Shots over the top, going to be there. They've spotted a player over towards B, so they know where they want to go on the defensive side, and this could be a huge opportunity for a rotation from the free agents to get over towards A with this bomb. Furmane's got to be careful, though, and they actually have no idea that player 2 is over towards the A site because he hasn't peeked out around the corner yet. An opportunity now for the first kill to come through. Furmane gets shots over the top. Both weak, have to back off, and now 20 seconds left and a push over towards A.
Yeah, and it's big that they left that player number 2 there kind of on the island, out toward the beach, actually. So they're going to have to commit. Like I said, they're going to have to commit to this A site. Fragswold right there. Easy first blood. Not really easy. He did get chowed right in the face there. But one does drop. All up to the 4v2. Sorry, now as another player does drop. Bomb is down, though, so the pressure is on. Miss just kind of has to hold these stairs. Maybe it'll pick up one. Unable to get the finish kill on Bobo there. Fragsworld does fry him, though. All up to easy. Can he get it done in this 1v4? No. Evil behind him on the flank. Evil, man. He was big in, like you said, big in that hard point and getting shot by his teammates. Like, dude, you got your kill. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, man, sorry. But no, he is able to get on the board there, which is good for him. He had a great hard point. You don't want to lose all that momentum heading into another respawn when you fight in the first one. But before we get to the respawn, we have so many more rounds to play, as we've just gotten through 6 rounds and it is all tied up 3-3 on that scoreboard for you. So Monolithic able to pick that one up, not giving up the advantage. 4 Krigs, nice.
Record for the longest search and destroy on Miami. I couldn't exactly tell you what that would be, but this would definitely be up there in K7 history for the longest map of search and destroy that we have seen probably across all games, including our Cloth Peak. Yes, that's an accomplishment within itself. However, back on the defensive side is the side of the K7 free agents. Monolithic Gaming, that retake that they had over towards the A site last time was incredible. Love the synergy and the chemistry that they took to go ahead and send all 4 players over and create pinch play after pinch play. One, unfortunately, won't be able to find the player just on the other side of that wall. Fragsworld will find the first blood, leaving us in a 4 versus 3. And now at 9-4, looking for a couple more kills, 3 in a row, 4 more. We'll get at least 1 streak, which he could use for information, and of course, at least have something in the back pocket for Oh my goodness. One over the wall, hops up, hops back over. That's a 3 versus 3 equalizing trade, but with 30 seconds left, you've got to push up quickly because you've got to get the defuse. And is he going to do it again? Is he going to hop on the bomb one more time to go ahead and get the easy defuse?
Bobo is set up. Bomb's not necessarily playing. It's all up to Bobo, though. In this 1v2, I'm sure one's just going to hop the bomb here. No, they're both going to chow. So maybe he's able to line him up here.
Okay.
Ooh, we both said okay.
Yeah, no, that was close because I mean Bobo was making the great play there, creeping up around the corner, and he was looking for the kill there onto one. And really in that scenario, you know they have to go defuse the bomb. You get 10 seconds left in the round, and they were both challenging you at that point, which I was like, I don't know if I really like this play or not. But then he turned around, was able to get on the bomb with about a second to spare, and his teammate pushed up over towards that right side of the garage, was playing that little cheeky peek angle around the corner, and was finally able to get Bobo killed and off the map. But it was close, and I don't know. We didn't get the actual, I guess, POV of the player on the docks looking for the kill, but I'm not sure if he challenged one or was trying to challenge the player on the bomb more so than anything else. But he's got to recognize in that scenario that he had just hopped on the bomb. You kill one, you kill the second player right after the fact with no contestation because he's got to have the defuse and keep it going. He's got no time left to play with. Could have been a different round altogether.
I did think we saw some shots come through on the player in the bomb, but he did get killed by that player that was pushed up. So he went for the bomb to try to take him off of it, which would have secured the round. But, I mean, 2v1 it's hard to do when you got shots coming at you from potentially 2 ways. But here we're going to see almost everyone stacked at B. Number 7 and number 2. I'm kind of playing over toward the A side, probably for information to call the rotate for their teammates. I love seeing an island player when it comes, especially in 4v4. It means so much more than it did way back in 5v5. Thank goodness that's in the past. But over toward this B site, free agent's not really wanting to commit to it. Mist is the furthest pushed up, just trying to get some kind of information. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is textbook slow Miami.
Oh my god, dude. Can we get some action in the early rounds here? I mean, this has literally been like almost 15 minutes of me slowly ripping out my hair because of how painfully slow the entirety of this map has been. And I don't mean that in a bad way to the teams. They're trying to win this because Monolithic is, you know, their season could potentially be riding on this S&D, and I understand it. But my goodness, free agents, push up the map. You got nothing to lose. You're playing in a fun little S&D game here, and somehow Nonsense isn't able to find those kills, and that's what happens when you have the Bullfrog. Great up close and great at mid-range, but you got to be able to hit and find those shots, frags, rolled finds too. And, well, this is what I love to see. Trades instantaneously. One's there, falls behind. 4-4! And that secures at least another round of S&D that we were going to have to play beforehand.
Yeah. Okay, so how much time is left on the clock before we see the first blood in the next round? My guess is that there's going to be 28 seconds left on the clock.
28 seconds, that's
blood.
bold.
Yeah.
That's quick. That's bold.
That's
the last
quick,
couple rounds,
yeah.
we haven't seen anything really start to make moves until about 45 seconds left on the clock. So, I mean, 28 seconds would be a
left on the clock. 28
left on the clock. Oh, I thought you meant 28.
Yeah, almost a full
off.
minute.
Oh yeah, no, see that makes sense, and I completely would agree with that because I mean, you look at the side of free agents, they literally have 3 players sent towards middle map to find trades on the side of Monolithic Gaming. However, they don't push up the map. They just sit there and play extremely passively. If you've got numbers in middle map, you know they're most likely not going to send at least 3 players there. Fly up the map, get those kills, get behind them. And at least player number 7 has the audacity to push up the map and make some plays happen here. But when you play so passively, try a bit of aggression. Aggression can work against passive teams. You have just got to find the right angles. And, well, Nonsense is looking on the flank, and he's going to be able to call that player out. And if you're going to play like this, just get top piano immediately. Just fly into top piano. That's all you got to do. Just fly.
Yeah, spread those wings, learn to fly. Monolithic's doing it. They got 2 kills right there. One of them was off the watching the angle. Big props to Nonsense for having the sense to turn around and get that kill. But it's all up to Easy. And man, it ain't easy being cheesy. 10 seconds left on the clock. I mean, just about when I finish the sentence. Bomb's gonna be planted. Player's gonna die.
Wow.
That's round number 9 in the books. 5-4 Monolithic.
For the first time in like 10 rounds, it seems like, we have a team who's won 2 rounds back-to-back.
Yeah.
Finally. We were trading back and forth for the longest damn time. Monolithic finally pulls an offense and a defense together, puts themselves up 5-4, and now they're in a position to take the Miami S&D and finally go up 2-0 as we would get back into our control. But the free agents, they're on offense. We've seen offensive win multiple times here throughout the entirety of this search and destroys, mainly in the first couple rounds of this match. But as we continue to push up forward through the map, Monolithic this time, they're going to get aggressive in middle map, and I like that much more. Missed on the driveway. You get some team shots onto that player, and you can go ahead and find the kill. However, you don't need to get team shots. Nonsense guns them just with one. They've got to play over towards this left side on Beach. Bobo's there. Bobo finds one. Shots there on the two. Somehow it remains with his life, but it's going to be a lonely 1 versus 4 for Firmain here in a round that, well, they they need to win.
Yeah, and this is a very tall order, especially when Evil is right there waiting for Firmain to jump off of that little balcony there. Monolithic able to secure the search and destroy 6-4 to go up 2-0 in the series.
Am I allowed to say this as a spectator and fan of Call of Duty gameplay that I'm glad we didn't have to go to a round 11? Because if you thought all those other maps and if you thought all the other rounds on that map were slow, picture a game 5 round 11 or game 2 round 11, to where if they were playing passive through the first 10 rounds, nobody wants to lose that round in round 11. So at that point, you're just sitting there and you're like, thank God, we get to go to a respawn. Fun. Yes, let's go. Clap hands. Yes. Action. Fast pace. I like that.
I agree. I don't think I would ever say it as a Call of Duty fan before seeing that map in my life, but I'm glad it ended in 10.
That drained me. I'm drained mentally and physically after that last match, and I woke up at 6:30 in the afternoon. I want to go back to sleep.
That sleep schedule is torched, man.
It's chalk.
It's gone. No, checkmate control. There are going to be some action. We're going to see not my favorite control map by any means, but it's better than a Miami S&D, for being completely honest. A lot of things can happen here. We've seen a bunch of offensive wins through the history of the map. People are going to be busting through the plane like they're the Kool-Aid Man or something, dude. That'll be fun.
That will be fun, folks. We're going to take a quick break as we get ready for the checkmate control. When we come back on the other side of the break, potentially the final map in the specified series, Monolithic Gaming looking to take it in a 3-0 fashion.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all,
walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, no, Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
It was a bit of a long wait, but we are back for map number 3, Checkmate Control, up on our schedule. My name is McCormick, alongside myself is Trevor. We're finally getting this best-of-5 series back underway. 2-0 up in the series, Monolithic Gaming over the K7 Blue free agents. And as we get ready for a checkmate control, that could spell the end for the K7 Blue free agents. And Monolithic Gaming putting themselves in a great position to get into the playoffs via a wild card spot, or even better, a regular spot that's not in the wild card position. It all comes down to one potential map. K7 free agents backs against the wall. An opportunity for them to go ahead and start the reverse sweep. Monolithic Gaming and close up the series with one good control.
Yeah, and then right into it, we had some lobby issues, but everyone's in now, and we're all good to go. Nonsense looking to lay down some shots there as he's kind of holding it off. But like I said, we're gonna see people like running at each other in this plane as we see Evil kind of come on top of that. Monolithic is on the attacking side. We've seen many attacks get done. We're going to have players on both points right now, so this is big for the free agents. They got to pick where they want to go. I mean, B, there's 2 people. They are hyper burning that right now. Just one person trying to staying at A, seeing what he can do, and Nonsense just getting beams right there. This does not look good for the free agents as there are ticks on both sides. Monolithic just looks really good after that break.
Evil with one there and towards the point. An unfortunate team kill for the K7 free agent. This is actually going to allow them to get basically the entirety of B controlled. So already, a minute's added to the clock, 2 ticks over towards A. They've got 1 more tick of progress to go through. They're halfway done with it already. Players now pushing from Yellow Crate are going to be the last line of defense from Monolithic to push towards this point, and they've got a truck full of steam headed towards that point as well. Easy in the middle. 2 kills go down, but more importantly, Frags World still making his push over towards A. Pre-fired shots back in the middle plane. Won't find anything. However, the Diamante shots with the help of a teammate, well, that Semtex is going to take him out. So, unfortunately, they're not going to be able to get much, but they've got B already under their belt. A is the easier site to capture on this map specifically. Should be around win within the next 25 to 30 seconds, pending one more good push.
Yeah, I think there's one full team wipe and you throw a couple players for that last tick, and that's all it takes. I mean, right now, K7's free agents are making a valiant effort there, as one does get a multi-kill before he does drop to Nonsense's nade. Just kind of taking their time. They know they got it. They still got over a minute left to head toward this A site, and like you said, there's only 1 tick left. So we're going to see a couple coordinated pushes from the side of Monolithic as they try to get this, maybe set up a pinch, do something, just poke some people in the face. That's going to be everyone off the point. They're all going to hop on this, and that's going to be really quick. So free agents need to get there, or this is basically over.
Nonsense up towards the top. Semtex over. Well, I mean, really anything at all. Point stacked. Round win. Monolithic Gaming up 1-0 inside of the series thus far in our control. And we'll see the play of the game one more time, but really it's off the back end of a lackluster round for the side of the K7 free agents. Monolithic Gaming, they're looking great right now. They're continuing to advance their assault in every form throughout every map in mode. Checkmate control, well, it's no different. They win an offensive round, a round that really shouldn't be won by any team at this juncture. But fortunately enough, you look at Mist, 0-1, really hasn't found his way whatsoever inside of this map thus far. 78 damage with the Craig out as well. It's difficult, but 1-0 up, offensive win for Monolithic, K7 free agents. It's their time to shine on the offensive side.
Yeah, easy trying to get something done here. Just kind of holding down the angles. We're going to see all of Monolithic stacked, if not in, but around this plane.
Reset coming through.
Yeah.
Yes. We got a reset coming through. Pro CDL control was on opposed to the actual regular CDL control. If you're wondering what the difference between those two is, it's just preset classes on opposed to actually being able to create your own classes. It was something that was going to be had throughout the entirety of the year, eventually changed because of all the GAs that come through and whatnot. So we're just playing under the normal control rules in the CDL rule set. However, it's just not the pro control rule set and whatnot. So as we go ahead and get ready for a map reset, we're not going to kick it to another break, but we're going to talk a bit more about this map specifically, because if we kicked it to another break, God knows how long we'd be sitting here for the rest of the night. Specifically, though, you were talking about everybody kind of ramming heads up and towards the top of the plane, and although that's important, I love what the side of Monolithic did throughout the entirety of that first round of control on the offensive side. They got aggressive early on. They team wiped the side of the free agents multiple times, got up onto B early on, were counteracting that with their own push over towards A, to where they had 2 sites going at one time, both building tons of progress. You got the control tick over towards B, add an extra minute on the clock, then you wrap back over towards A, and although it takes a bit longer because the side of the free agents finally get a bit going on the defensive side and pushing you back into your spawn, you eventually get those kills, find your way out, an exit comes through, you win the round pretty swiftly for an offense. Usually if you win an offense, it goes down to the wire. That one was very, very quick.
I want to see them do the exact same thing. I think it'd be really cool. You know how it'd just be like the ultimate assertion of dominance if you just come out after the reset on the slightly different game mode with your own guns and just do the exact same thing. That'd be really cool to see. I don't know if it'll happen because maybe free agents saw that the rule set was different and just kind of chalked it. Didn't really do much. We saw a player with 78 damage. I hope for him that he chalked that round. And that's not all that he was left with there. But I mean, Monolithic, they already showed that they can win the offense, kind of. So free agents are going to have to look for that. They're going to know that Monolithic's going to come out hot. Like, they are already up 1-0. They're like, hey, we should have won. So I look for them to try to do that again, as, I mean, they will be on the same sides.
Well, hopefully, folks, we can see a resurgence from the side of the free agents on defense, maybe turn this one around in their favor. Again, they are backs against the wall, down 0-2 in the series overall, and that means they'd have to complete the reverse sweep if they even want to win it whatsoever. That starts with a control win, though, and when you lose like that on the defensive side early on in a round of checkmate control against the Monolithic roster, that, I mean, I said beforehand that the S&D was technically their best game mode. Control realistically is the best. It has a bit lower of a win to loss column ratio. However, they're better in it, if that makes sense. So with them having that statistical advantage going into our control composed, it's going to have to stay that way. You know, after you win a first round like that, you're going to be pissed off that you have to lose it technically, and it's going to go back to 0-0, but sometimes you got to go through that. And again, that's where I was kind of mentioning composure. That's where it comes through. That's where it comes into play. And folks, as we get ready to once again start up our control on checkmate, left side, Monolithic Gaming, right side, the K7 free agents. We'll push up the map. Playing control going to be the utmost and forefront for both of these two teams at the very beginning here. And, well, it should be relatively the same for the side of Monolithic with the push that they're going to want to make.
I think I saw a Milano there on the side of somebody. We are going to see the MP5. I like to see that gun out. Looks like Nonsense got to get this top wing control, unable to get Easy there, as Easy does do it. Instead of full stacks on both points here at the beginning of this one, free agents learned from their mistakes in the last round one that we had on the control. They have a little bit more control on this map, but here we see the A push. This is more typical. A is the easier site. We're going to get a 3-stack, or 2-stack, someone fail for Monolithic. They're going to try to get these picks forward.
For our main, Craig isn't able to find much. Now pushed up in towards the spawn side of the free agents. It's the Monolithic Gaming roster, and well, you see the Milano coming through there from one of the players. Frag's World pushed all the way in towards the back. Doesn't spot the player that's coming all the way through the wrap, but I think he might have just seen the foot there, and he does. Right around the right side, finds the shots, 4 spree in a row for the side of Monolithic Gaming, but more importantly, they found themselves back over towards that A point, and 2 ticks will be theirs to go ahead and keep, as it is still going to be Frag's World in towards the spawn. They've got to clear him out, because not only could this be huge for an opportunity for streaks, but more importantly, he could have been causing much more havoc. They could have hopped on that B site a little bit faster. Fortunately, though, they clear him out of the spawn. K7 push back up the map. Nonsense around the corner. Finds some shots onto 1 to go down. A control. Minute added to the clock. And now it's going to be the assault over towards B, which they've controlled first last time. They had 2 minutes to work over back towards A. They've got the advantage by 4 in kills. Can they do it once again?
So I love what Fragswold was doing there in the spawns, because not only was he kind of looking to do some damage, but he was forcing the spawns to that low left corner of the mini-map. So it's just allowing his teammates to secure A that much easier due to the mid-map pressure that they already had. So huge plays by him. Big brain, honestly. I hope that's what he was trying to do. But like you said, Monolithic is going to head towards this B site, as we're going to see Fragswold try to get in and under the plane. Miss looking to do some damage. He does hop down to get the kill onto Evil there, or Evil does die at least. Got about 58 seconds left. Pretty low kills for both sides. All even though, 12-12. It's gonna get dicey.
Low push from the side of Monolithic Gaming coming through now. Fat Bobo up, not able to find it, but here they coming through NASA side. Evil there, falls immediately. 2 players left making this initial push for the side of Monolithic Gaming with 40 seconds left. Now it's turn tides. The free agents, they've basically tied up the lives here at 9 apiece, looking for another out here and around that realistically, they didn't look like they were going to win early on because of those spawn traps. However, with 30 seconds left, now the life advantage and 2 more go down, make it 4 down for the side of Monolithic Gaming. They've got 1 more good push to make this one stick, with the K7 free agents now pushed up the map, having these power positions. Easy somehow gets away with his life as Furmain falls. Fat Bobo and Evil combined for 2, now make it 3. They can stack this point here in a second, but they've got to go with just 12 seconds left. They know where Mist is, and they know the players are coming off the respawn. Frags World needs to be careful, though, as Semtex and the rest of the Wolves are coming over the top, firing, making it much more difficult for them to go ahead and contest that point. 1 tick through. Mist is there with a kill on the Evil. 1 comes through on the bottom, but Frags World is there to find the trade. 2 versus 2, 1 versus 2. Frags World and a world in a whole heap of trouble, but he finds the last kill. Monolithic Gaming win another offensive round, and it was much more closely contested and much more aligned with what we see for offensive wins on Checkmate, specifically in Control, but wow. Mind blown.
You said it best yourself. Mind blown. You said it best yourself there. I mean, that's more on par to what you're going to see on an attack win for Control. I mean, it literally came down to a 1v1. It didn't feel like a 1v1 because all the trades that were going down, but that was a 1v1 at the end. So, I mean, in terms of life count, it's all but even up. Monolithic is going to have a 1 life advantage if we do make it to that final round. But with winning the offense like that, I don't know if they'll have I think they'll have some trouble with the defense, but winning the very first offense applies a lot of pressure to the other team.
Well, folks, if you wanted excitement, you got it in that first round of the Control here. That was fun. I very much enjoyed that, but now on the defensive side, they've got the spawn trap active once again on the K7 free agents, something that they were able to do on the offensive side last time when they controlled the entirety of that 8 point. 3 ticks have gone through, and now no ticks for either team. Fumane around the corner, unfortunately not able to find the shots there onto Nonsense, as they'll come through and find the kill. Trades immediately after the fact, though, will go in the way of the K7 free agent, so an opportunity to push back up the map. Shots onto 1, trade comes through, in towards the plains. Monolithic Gaming, who have now made their mainstay up towards the top. They're going to be able to control this for the time being, push this out of the free agents back a little bit further. And although there's no ticks in the clock, the lives are equalized at the moment at 23 apiece, so with a head-to-head advantage for neither team, the side of the K7 free agents only have 25 seconds to work with.
Yeah, the live count's crazy to me because Monolithic has had map control the whole time, and they're not up a ton in lives either.
Oh my.
As they do go up too with Bobo with a big 2-piece there. Not able to get the third onto Mist, as he was still kind of tagged up there, but only 10 seconds left, and free agents are nowhere near a point. They might be able to slide into B with the last couple seconds, but all that's going to take is just a couple kills to come through. 3.5, you got to get a full point here. B is the harder one to control, so many angles you can get shot from. They're going to try their hardest to stack it, but we got a couple players ready to play spoiler.
Oh, this is great, though, for the side of K7 free agents. You've got players on the point. You've won the gunfights out towards the front, and now you know where Frags World is. Last player that could even contest goes down, so that's another minute added to the clock with a 4 life advantage for yourselves on the offensive side. So we've seen Monolithic win an offense here. K7 looking to do the exact same thing on the reverse now. With 55 seconds left, if an extra minute was added onto the clock. They don't have a lot of time to work with, even though they do get that zone. And we say a minute left on the clock, and look, folks, if you haven't played Control before or you don't play Call of Duty, 1 bad push can take 20 seconds off the clock for you on the offensive side. So they've got about 3 good pushes that they can make, but they're stacked onto the point right now with 2 players there. Here comes top lane Control, though. ARs, long shots. Fat Bobo will fall. Mist over towards the left side. Tries to get some shots back to the top, but Nonsense wants to play spoiler party now, and as he comes around the corner, he'll find one with a Semtex, find the second with the way of Craig, and now it's all about pushing up towards the spawn. You still are down by 2 lives, but you won the last one in a very, very odd situation for yourselves. Now with the free agents spawning all the way into the back, 30 seconds to work with, you'd have to think this is going to be their last solid push that they're going to be able to make before they just have to sprint towards that point and try to get on a contest for just the last maybe 5 to 10 seconds. 19 go through. Mist is there. Shots from behind. They've got a great setup right now from the side of Monolithic, and as 1 finds 1, 1 tries to find 2, but the trades are there. 5-5, 11 seconds left. Frags World, great trigger discipline. Gets the shots there onto 1, looks back to the left. Nobody close. Nobody home except for Mist. He'll find his demise. 1 more there. No time remaining. K7 free agents, unfortunately, after getting B, can't get back to A off of Monolithic Gaming's great post setup. And they'll go up 2-0 now, not only on match point, but at series point as well.
Yeah, absolutely huge for the side of Monolithic, as I mean, 2-0, all you have to do is secure 1 more control round, then you've got the series, and basically secure yourself playoffs, which is great. I mean, they would secure themselves playoffs, brand new roster. Want to get there? Ultimate showcase for you. All you gotta do is keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you won the last offense. You don't have to win this one, but it'd be really nice to say you won 2 offenses to win the 3-0 in control, as that is huge. We've seen him technically do it twice already. The first one doesn't count, but 1v1, they got the ice. Let's see what they can do this time.
Lane control for Monolithic. Slow, steady, up the map. Kills come through. Nonsense. Bobo there. Find 3. One more kill. We'll go ahead and put 4 down. Fat Bobo's there, but somehow one finds 2. And he had no health remaining to do that. I'd bargain maybe that he had 45 HP left to go ahead and find those last 2 kills. Maybe less, probably less. But as he continues the spree now, he'll find 1, but immediately traded out. So, although they don't really have map presence as it stands, one more player towards the left should be able to find Evil, but no. Player number 7's more enthralled with going across the map and checking over towards A. Allows Evil and his teammates to now have top plane control. And now it's going to be an onslaught of players pushing over towards that spawn side of the free agents. 45 seconds left. Now they're going to be on B. I love how they waited for each other to go ahead and stack that point. And as 2 fall for the side of the free agents, now it's going to be much harder to contain Corral and push back towards this point. But it's all going to be on player number 6. That's 1 who finds 2. Goes big once again for the free agents. Has been making great plays throughout the entirety of the defensive round for the side of the free agents. It's all going to come down to one more good push, though.
Yeah, 7-8-9, but 1 keeps getting 2 as he's keeping his team in this. You're up by 2 lives right now. You've lost 2 rounds, but you want to fight that live advantage as you really want the defense if you do get to that round 5, which is exactly what they're trying to do here. Only about 15 seconds left on the clock. We probably will see that pause here in just a second as number 1 is able to get on the point there and get a kill. That's going to be Frag's World looking to do something for his team, trying to do something, able to pick up 2 there. That's 2 really big gunfights for Frag's World. And I was going to push up to the spawn. I trust that his teammates are going to get to the point. Has to back up because there's just not enough time for that push. Go ahead and stack the point. Try to take as many as you can as the free agents try to set up for this Furmain. Unable to get 1 as Nonsense picks him up as soon as he turns that corner. That's 2 ticks through on the A point.
Frag's World clutches the round there and saves his teammate in a desperate position. He'll try to find 1 more and gets it done. 4 in a row after finding 3. Tries to turn to the left, but they've got to win a one-on-one here. As Evil finds it, they don't get A. The side of the free agents, they can get back to the point and now stop this push completely from going through. What looks so good for Monolithic turns awry, and now the free agents have put themselves on the board. And although Monolithic will go back to a defensive side, that was a round that should have had an extra minute added to the clock and somehow was at the slimmest margin possible. I mean, you could have peed on that point and got it to progress.
Yeah, oh how the turns have tabled, because we should have at least gotten another minute in that round there. I mean, it was all but captured, and I mean, he chowed it. He could have waited for his teammate, just kind of stalled out, but he jumped chowed and got fried there on the point. As it is going to be free agents on the board in the control, 2-1. Monolithic still does lead. Nonsense. Wow, 29 kills so far in this control. That's huge. He's about to get ready to drop a 30 bomb if he's able to pick up this first kill here. They're going to play over toward the B side a little bit, but not really too much. Number 6 is going to get through. He's going to be on the back side of that plane. Maybe he's going to apply that spawn pressure that we've seen a couple players apply so far. Almost 2 ticks toward B already for the free agents, as that is huge, as they're just stacking. Oh my god, B's gonna be captured. I mean, it doesn't look like Monolithic's even gonna contest it. 2 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock when that B came through, and they're already on A for this stack. I don't know what happened, but this is not the Monolithic we saw early in the round last time.
With a 5 life advantage too, not only do you control B, get an extra minute added to the clock where you were already getting B very quickly inside of this round, but now you're back over towards A. You've got 2 players stacking the point and everybody else coming from those P2 spawns to get there much more quickly. All it took was 1 round, and now the momentum has completely switched to the side of the free agents, and they're pushing back towards this point with Evil now trying to make a pinch play with his teammates. Top lane control proves and serves to be huge once again. Still 5 lives, though. They're going to be able to stop the second tick from coming through, and that might have been the biggest keystone to step on towards this next couple of minutes inside of this game, for the sheer fact that, well, now, instead of it having 2 ticks and only needing about 15 seconds to go ahead and win the game for your team, now you've got to do 30 at least without anybody being able to get there from Monolithic, and we've seen them be able to swarm points time and time again. So back in towards the spawn. Here comes a 3-man push over towards the A lane. 1 slides around the corner, somehow wins the gunfight with the Krig raining fire from the left side. Evil towards the top, looks back over towards Yellow, finds the kill on to Easy. Bobo there for 3. One more will be a 4-man wipe. Missed the last one alive, and a 1 versus 4 at the site. Looking towards the left, looking towards the right. Can't find the shots just yet. Now it's a world of trouble for the side of the free agents because you're only up by 2 lives. Monolithic Gaming has turned themselves around here inside of this round, and they've got positioning in every way, shape, and form, and easy. Loses a huge one to Evil. Another one falls. That's 4 down and back to the respawn block.
That's a really big turn of events there for Monolithic as they're able to hold that through. It seems like 2 pushes as the players just kept spawning up. They did not quite send 4 all the way there. As I mean, free agents are fighting for that top lane control, looking to do something with the power positions. We're going to see 6 and 7 push through the map to try to set up some kind of pinch for their team, but nonsense.
Hello?
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
Yikes!
You gotta hit your shots to kill the players.
Yeah, I mean, those were not good shots. But we are going to have Monolithic. They're going to be close to the point as free agents are on right now. It's going to be contested. Kills come through. That's everyone wiped from the side of free agents as they're all going to spawn back up. Only about 20 seconds left on the clock. You just have to get to the point and you have to get there fast.
Spawns in, Evil there, dead, falls, 19 seconds left. K7 free agents down to a 2 versus 6 scenario. Back over towards the right, 1 finds 1, make it 2, 4 versus 2, escapes with his life under towards bottom plane. It's still gonna have to be a lot of kills coming through here from 1, tries to slide across, has to get to the point, won't be able to do it, folks. A 3-0 in the series, Monolithic Gaming locks themselves into the playoffs. Whether it be a wild card or a regular spot, we'll have to just wait and see what it'll be like compared to the other teams that are going to be able to make it in towards the cut. However, getting to playoffs, that's the biggest thing for them at this point. They're going to be there in the upcoming weeks, May 10th through 13th. That'll be Champs Week. The week before that, that'll be the playoffs. And you're going to see Monolithic Gaming at least go ahead and have an opportunity to fight themselves through it in that double elimination playoff bracket.
Yeah, and they had one thing that they needed to come out and do tonight, and they got it done. Secured the 3-0, secured the playoff position. This is a new roster. You showed that you can play. You showed that it's not a mistake to pick up this roster for the slot. They come in, they use the work from the previous roster. They build on that, and they secure the spot. It's them. They're going to be the ones playing for it. They have the spotlight, and now they just have to do something with it. They pick up the win versus the free agents there. We saw a really good hard point. There was a story of Monolithic really breaking everything. They had some control, but broke just about every point. I think the free agents held that one full 60, but other than that, it was basically scrap time for them. The S&D was grueling, but Monolithic did hop out on top 6-4, and then we all just saw the control there as they were able to pick up a nice offensive round and then just kind of held throughout.
New roster, same goal, playoff chase, very much within their grasps now. And an opportunity to make some noise. New rosters always have an opportunity to upset teams, but how long will it be able to last, folks? That's going to do it for our first best of 5 series of the night. We've got one more coming up at 10 o'clock, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule real quick to see how the things are going to end in week number 9. Tomorrow, Thursday, first game of the night at 8 o'clock, the battle of rated white and rated gold. Both teams looking once again, not only to get themselves into playoffs, but have a better seed throughout the entirety of it. Team Hustle and Knights Templar will go ahead and find themselves a Nest of 5 series at 10 o'clock Eastern. Following that match, I'll be there again with Brett, and I think I don't know who it's going to be. Hell, for all at this point, it's just a free-for-all every single night. But folks, that's going to do it for us in this first best of 5 series. Thank you so much for coming out and watching. We'll be back at 10 o'clock Eastern in just about 20 minutes for our second matchup of the night. We'll see you there, folks. Don't go anywhere. K7 Season 3? Oh, it's just getting started.